Dun 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 Shows World.
Welcome to Shows World Gamers. Josh here, and as this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at this week's new game releases, gaming announcements, and a few news stories. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join in on the fun. Alright gamers, we'll start off with this week's new game releases. And the big game this week was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It was definitely the biggest release this week. The game is out today exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. I'm really interested in checking this out. The game is supposed to be a mix of traditional Pokemon games, but with some features and design based on Pokemon Arceus, like the more open world. So it's going to be interesting to see how this next big Pokemon evolves the series. Next up, The Devil in Me was also released this week on the PC, the PlayStation, and Xbox, and it is the latest in the Dark Pictures anthology. This series consists of very heavy, narrative driven survival horror gameplay. I have played some of the other games in the series and enjoyed them, so I will be giving this a shot when I do get a chance. Goat Simulator 3 was also released this week for the Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Now, honestly, I've never played any of the Goat Simulator games, but I have heard that they are just some ridiculous fun. My kids have played them, so maybe I will give this game a shot. Let me know in the comments if you think I should play Goat Simulator 3. Pentiment was also released this week on Xbox and PC, including a Game Pass Day 1 release. The game is being called a historical narrative based text heavy adventure game, and I've been hearing some really positive things from those playing the game, so we gave it a shot here on the channel. So check out the video at the end of this one for more information on Pentiment. Somerville was also released this week on PC and Xbox systems, including a Game Pass Day 1 release. This is the first game from new developer Jumpship, which was founded by one of the founders of the company that made Limbo and Inside, which shows in the aesthetic of this game. We checked it out here on the channel, so I will link that video at the end of this one also. So definitely check that out. Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. And it was actually a pretty light week for gaming announcements, but we did get a few things, starting with Sword of the Vagrant had a trailer drop this week announcing it will launch for the PlayStation, the Xbox, and Nintendo Switch on November 30th. The game looks like a solid side-scrolling action RPG with some fast, fun gameplay and some pretty cool looking bosses. I'm actually really looking forward to giving this game a shot. Next up, Romancylvania had an official teaser release, and this game looks pretty crazy. The game looks like a solid Castlevania style game, but with some comedic dating style gameplay mixed in. The game is coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox systems. War Robots Frontiers is an online multiplayer third person shooter that is coming to PC and consoles next year. You play as a mech that you can earn upgrades for as you battle in 6 versus 6 online matches. They're going to have some betas starting soon for this game, and I'm impressed with what we've seen so far. Alright, gamers, let's finish up with a few news stories from this week in gaming. Now, we did receive the nominations for the Game Awards presented by Jeff Keighley that take place on December 8th. You can now go on the Game Awards website, sign up, and vote for your picks. I did make a video here on the channel where I gave my thoughts on the nominations and my picks, so check out that video at the link at the end of this video. Now, in an unexpected story, info about a pitched Grand Theft Auto movie starring Eminem was unveiled this week. During the height of the popularity of Grand Theft Auto 3 and on the tails of Eminem's critically acclaimed starring role in 8 Mile, there was a pitch and a $5 million offer for the movie rights, but it was turned down by Rockstar's co-founders, the Hauser brothers. Now, in some really cool news this week, a Nintendo fan, Gumball1989, unveiled that they had scanned and uploaded all 285 issues of Nintendo Power magazine. They are available on archive.org for free, with the full collection coming in at about 40 gigs. I grew up with the subscription reading these magazines, and I'm super excited to reminisce on the golden age of Nintendo. Now, Phil Spencer, the head of the Xbox division at Microsoft, explained the absence of the heavily rumored and actually teased by the aforementioned Spencer in one of his videos of the Project Keystone. The small streaming box was planned to be released with a controller and aimed for a $99 to $129 price point. Unfortunately, the cost of manufacturing the device would have pushed it closer to the $299 price of the Xbox Series S, so the project was scrapped at this time. It could come in the future if they can get that price down, though. Now, in our last news story, I just want to shout out a big happy 70th birthday to Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto, the video game pioneer behind Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, Pikmin, among others, celebrated his 70th birthday this past Wednesday. All right, gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on November 18th. The week started with us checking out a ton of new info on next year's Hogwarts Legacy. Then we got the nominations for the upcoming Video Game Awards, and the week ended with us exploring the newest region of the Pokemon universe. But let me know anything I may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today, gamers. Shoach World, out.